welcome to another episode of The Rundown, where we talk about what I talked about last week on the Farr Off Show, and what's coming up this week. So, before we talk about anything, let's talk about AEW Revolution, which is what I kept saying in the video. So, I'm going to start reviewing the AEW pay-per-views, so that's what I talked about on Wednesday's episode. And then, really, that was pretty sweet, to be honest. I was excited, so that was great. I'm going to keep doing it. I made my own review system, which I continually got incorrect in that video, so let's start talking about it right now, where it is 1 is bad, or I would not recommend watching. 2 is average. Near fall, what I'm calling it, which is almost 3, where, you know, the hand's going down to 3, is going to be good, or, you know, above average. And then 3 means great. I would recommend watching it. So I think it's definitely worth giving a watch, as AEW Revolution if you watch wrestling. So then we're going to talk about something else here, because I didn't talk about it in the rundown originally, because at the time I didn't edit the video, but I really liked that Shadow Warrior video. So I've talked about it occasionally on the rundown. The rundown is the only place I make mention of it, but I'm going to start streaming on Twitch eventually, which is going to be twitch.tv/FarOffMan. Far with 2 R's for obvious reasons. So if you ever want to catch me streaming, that's where I'll be streaming. So go find it. I'm gonna put a link somewhere here, probably a pinned comment, to be honest. So, and then what are we talking about in the future? So, Onward, the new Pixar movie with Chris Pratt and Tom Holland. We're gonna talk about that, because that just came out, technically speaking, but I'm filming this beforehand because that's what I do. So that, and then Hunt Showdown. I talked about it in the last rundown that I was going to talk about it, but it kind of got pushed back with AEW Revolution and me wanting to start a tradition of reviewing all their pay-per-views and watching all their pay-per-views. So I thought that was the perfect time to push it back 1 week and then just talk about it. And then finally, what else did I talk about? Step Brothers. I finally talked about that. That got pushed back as well to Friday instead of Wednesday. So for the future, AEW pay-per-views, when they happen, I'm going to talk about them the Wednesday after for the future. So if there's a pay-per-view coming up, I'll probably talk about it in the rundown and say, hey, I'm reviewing the pay-per-view, even though I haven't seen it. So, what did you think about last week's shows? I think they were some of the I wouldn't say as good as the week before, but still good episodes. I love producing this show once again. I don't know why, I just really enjoy this again. So, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and have a far off night.